It's February 28th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a leader falling under streetlights, a child returned after a year of absence, and time itself bends to calculations. Let's begin. On February 28, 1986, Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme stepped outside the Stockholm cinema and began to walk home with his wife, Lisbeth. There were no bodyguards, no convoy, no flashing lights. In Sweden, leaders walked among the people, and at 11:21 p.m., a shadow moved from behind them. 2 shots cracked through the winter air. Palme fell face down into the snow. His wife was wounded, but alive. The gunman vanished into the night, and what followed became one of the most haunting unsolved political murders in modern Europe, a crime that shattered Sweden's sense of safety. Investigators conducted more than 10,000 interviews. There were 134 confessions, and each one unraveled. In 1989, petty criminal Christer Peterson was convicted, then acquitted on appeal. Justice slipped through the cracks. Decades later, prosecutors named a new suspect, Stig Amström, a graphics designer who claimed to be a witness. He was known as the Scandia Man and had died years earlier. The case was closed in 2020 without a trial, without a confession, and without certainty. That quick walk home changed Sweden forever, and the tradition of political openness, leaders moving freely among citizens, practically dissolved overnight. On February 26, 1974, for more than a year after he vanished, a stolen toddler was finally seen. In 1973, 2-year-old Tommy LaVey was taken at knife point in California. One moment, he was with his mother, the next, he was gone, carried off by a stranger who disappeared without a trace. At that time, there was no Amber Alerts, no viral posts, just fading newspaper columns and a family waiting in silence. For 13 months, Tommy lived somewhere out there, not hidden in a basement, not locked away in the wilderness, but in a quiet neighborhood where no one knew who he really was. Then came the turning point. A local newspaper ran another story about a missing boy, and a neighbor happened to read it. A small photograph, a familiar face, the child playing down the street looked exactly the same. So the neighbor made a call. Police knocked on a door, and inside an ordinary home, they found the impossible. Tommy was alive. He had been living in plain sight the entire time, and the only reason he came home was because someone read the paper. All it took was a small black and white photo, and someone willing to look twice. On February 28, in the year 45 BC, something strange happened to time itself. Under the rule of Julius Caesar, the Roman world was thrown into a temporal chaos. For years, priests had quietly been manipulating the calendar, adding days, removing days, bending time for political gain. Seasons drifted, and harvest festivals started arriving in the wrong weather. Winter came when it shouldn't, so Caesar did something radical. With the guidance of astronomers, he rewrote the year, 365 days, with 1 extra day for every 4 years, a leap year, a mathematical correction to fix a broken world. But Rome misunderstood. Officials added an extra day every 3 years instead of 4, so once again, time slipped off course. It took decades to repair the mistake, and even emperors struggled to control their calendar. Centuries later, in 1582, the drift had grown worse. Under Pope Gregory XIII, 10 full days were erased from existence just to account. We like to think that time is constant, but leap years prove it's something we invented and occasionally miscalculate. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.